In this video, I wanted to share the things that I do to prepare for a new semester. When I take these steps before my semester starts, I'm able to actually start the semester off on the right foot and I'm not just scrambling around to figure out my life. Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Shay and I'm a fourth year health science student based in Canada. In this channel, we talk about health, wellness, and productivity. So let's get on with the video. So first, you want to deal with your last semester by organizing and reflecting on your last semester. So this includes selling your books, organizing your notes, filing things from last semester, and actually just reflecting on how your last semester went. So I like to sell my books on Facebook Marketplace. I post it on Marketplace, but I also put it under used books at my school name. There's like a Facebook group for it, and I have the option of selling it back to the bookstore. The next thing is to organize my notes. Throughout the semester, sometimes I file things wrong in my GoodNotes app, so I just take the time to refile everything and to just put it in my computer or Google Drive or on a hard drive. You can file your old assignments and projects. Sometimes I like to keep some of my projects that I'm actually proud of and I feel like I'll somehow use it in the future. If you're like me, then you might want to figure out a filing system. For a while I used Google Drive, and this year I finally got myself a hard drive, so I've been putting everything into my hard drive. When you are reflecting on your last semester, you want to ask yourself what went well, what didn't go well, and what's one thing you can improve for the next semester. And I like to only focus on one thing because that's actually realistic and you can actually focus on doing one thing, but when you have to change so many different things in the next semester, you're actually just gonna feel burnt out or you're just gonna give up right away. So just stick with one thing. Next, I like to prepare for the upcoming semester by getting my books ready. So I usually don't actually purchase it until the first week of class because some classes don't actually require the textbooks. I like to ask if the textbook material will be on the exams, and if they say no, then I'm just not going to get the textbooks. But you could buy used textbooks, you could buy new ones from the bookstore, or you could find it online. I'm not telling you to do illegal things, but I am letting you know that there are ways to get your textbooks online for free. And then I also like to organize all my school supplies. I don't really go school supply shopping anymore because I have so much stationery and I usually just buy things when I do run out. But mostly I use my iPad for taking notes. To prepare for my classes, I like to make new notebooks with cute covers for that semester and open up new folders for each class in GoodNotes, and that's it for me. Then I like figuring out my planning system for that semester. So I know most people stick with one planning system, but I get pretty bored. So basically every single semester I'm trying out new and different systems. So I've used to-do list apps, Notion, I've used actual planners, I've used bullet journals, and so much more. But this semester I'm going to be doing like a makeshift Filofax. If you're interested, I should have my January plan with me video by next week, so you could check out that video. So in my planning system, I like to make a semester dashboard. So this dashboard will include all information on my prof, my TA, the actual course, and this semester. So some important things to put down are like office hours, emails, or like email etiquette, because some profs put in their first lecture slide or in the syllabus saying that if you don't put this in the subject line, then I'm not going to reply to you. So that's something to note. Then I like to create a schedule for at least the first week of classes. You need to figure out realistically how long you're going to spend doing work. I know a lot of people have to support themselves financially, so you need to figure out how many hours you're going to work during the semester. You also need to figure out how much time you're going to spend studying, volunteering with friends, family, and other commitments that you have. So if you create a schedule, all these things in your life will actually be accounted for and you'll have a good system in place. So I wouldn't make a schedule for the entire semester, but only focus on the first week. And then after the first week, you can kind of get a feel of how hard some classes are going to be and how many more hours you might spend in one class or how many less hours you're going to spend in another class. And then you can figure out like, oh, do I have time to volunteer? Do I have time to do this and that? Next, I like to figure out a way to actually implement my one improvement area. So this semester specifically for me, I wasn't really happy with how little creative work I was doing on the side. So this semester I've actually implemented time for me to do creative work. So for YouTube, Instagram, and my blog, I really like working on those things. So I had to carve out time for that. And then I like to put some thought into self-care and my support system. Online semesters can really be isolating, and I think it's important more than ever to be practicing self-care and having a support system. I have a blog post on self-care ideas that I will link below, but for support systems, you can ask your friends if they're able to be there for you when you need to talk to them. I think it's also important to ask if they're in the right mental space for you to dump all your problems onto them for. But if you feel like your friends aren't able to handle it, or if your partner can't handle it, then I suggest looking up health and counseling at your school name and figuring out what kind of free resources are available and what kind of support the school offers you that's covered in your student fees. Last thing I like doing is just relaxing. You're not gonna have a break like this in the next 12 weeks or 13 weeks, however long your semester is. You want to make the most of your downtime. I like binging shows, working on my creative projects, working on personal passion things. I also like just going out on dates during the break. I think it's really important to be balancing work and play, and the semester break is a good time to take some time off, and you definitely deserve it. So this winter break, I actually finished watching Startup with my boyfriend on Netflix, and I highly, highly, highly recommend watching it. We actually tried watching another K-drama like afterwards, and we felt like every single one just wasn't as good as Startup. That is all that I do to prepare for a new semester. If you have any other things that you do differently, make sure to comment down below. Subscribe to my channel if you want to see that January plan with me video. You can find me on my blog and my Instagram, and thank you so much for sticking till the end of the video, and I hope you have a sunny day.